Let this be your next action hero. We don't need Tom Cruise. We don't need Brad Pitt. Let this be body positivity, inclusion. That's what America's about right now. Mother of God is in my throat.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and welcome to the first ever episode of Hot Ones Classics, the Hot Ones Special, where we rewatch the show with hot questions and even hotter wings with the guests who made the episodes great. And fittingly, I'm joined by Bert Kreischer, friend of Hot Ones, friend of the brand, just a friend. You know him from stand-up specials like Razzle Dazzle, the podcast Two Bears, One Cave with Tom Segura, and now his first ever feature film, The Machine. Bert, welcome to Hot Ones Classics.
It is an honor. It is, and it's fitting. It's fitting because, I mean, I'll say it if you don't want to say it.
First famous fan.
First famous fan.
I'll say it.
But I just want everyone to know. We were just talking about this off air. The reason you love this show so much is because we became friends.
It's true.
It's so cool to watch it blow up. It's so cool to see you blow up.
Well, thank you for the nice words. I do remember just this episode. I'm so excited to watch it just because of the historical significance of it and the whole Hot Ones story. But this just isn't a celebration of your episode on Hot Ones. It's also a celebration of your new film, The Machine. And you know, it never ceases to amaze me the things that you're capable of, but I am curious, how the hell did you get a full-blown movie made on your own drunken adventure?
Dude, especially in this day and age, I literally was like, there's no way they deep dive my digital history. There's no way. There's no way they're
Yeah, they didn't vet you.
There's no way they vetted me. I bet they don't even know what vetting is. So, I don't know.
How'd the pitch go?
I walked into Legendary, I had 3 ideas. I'd stopped pitching Machine. I was like, it's never gonna get made. It went viral, it got me selling tickets, that's all I needed. I went in, I had 3 pitches, 3 really good pitches, and Cale Boyder, who's my producer, said, all right, I'll do one. And I said, what do you mean? And he goes, I like you, let's make a movie. Which movie you wanna make? And I was like, well, if you're saying I get to make a movie, I wanna make The Machine. And he goes, yeah, why didn't you pitch it? I said, because I'm afraid it'll be a hit, and I'll get kidnapped by the Russian mafia. And he goes, sold. What? And he goes, that's our movie. You get kidnapped by the Russian mafia. It's The Hangover meets Godfather 2. Flashback. Done. And literally I walked out of the room, I go, what did I sell?
Before we dive into your Hot Ones episode, I do kind of want to put it into a historical context. This is what I remember about this. So, as we just talked about, you're our first famous fan. You were like kind of tweeting about this new show, Hot Ones, and we were so excited because we're like, oh my God, like Bert watches the show, like that's amazing. And then my lasting image, like the image of this episode that's imprinted in my head is you, of course, shirt off, holding the lav mic and dry heaving into the lav mic.
I was ready. I came to fuck. My pants were off. I was in bed going, buddy, it's a sure thing.
Yes.
Just get in bed.
So let's dive in here. I actually did rewatch and I have some notes.
Oh.
So what I'm gonna do is we'll just director's commentary this thing. Maybe we can chat through each of these wings. You all right there?
Yeah. It's just, sometimes when I eat spicy food, I aspirate, throw up my lungs and breathe it in. Keep going.
All right, let's get started.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones.
No hair and makeup, I don't think.
No, definitely not.
No hair and makeup.
No, we were raw.
Oh yeah, very.
One time a lawyer looked at our operation and was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? I don't think we even like had releases signed and we didn't do any like liability stuff on the hot sauce. It was truly the wild, wild west.
All right, let's start this way, Sean. The proper way to eat a wing.
This
was my big bone. This was like, because I grew up eating wings. I grew up in Florida. I was in the first generation of Hooters. So our whole thing was you learned how to eat a wing. You crack it, slide one out, and then suck it off the bone. And they were so cold, I had a hard time doing it.
Actually, we've stepped that up a lot since then, too.
You're an oddball with a lot of quirks, and one of the stranger things that you do is you leave these messes behind in hotel rooms, which are
Oh man, I forgot how talented I am.
You know what, though? You're probably not a hotel guy anymore, though. You're like a tour bus guy.
I live on a tour
do you
bus,
still fuck around in hotel rooms like this?
No. Well, you know, this gave me anxiety because what happened, especially after this, is that the hotel started anticipating me coming. And then they got really excited, and then they would leave 100 rolls of toilet paper, 20 pillows, every towel they had, an inflatable raft, and I'd be like, what? And they'd be like, make us something. And I started getting anxiety.
You're a true artist.
Yeah, I'm about the composition. I'm not just.
So, I'm Bert the Conqueror. You travel to all
Look at
these
those
amazing
teeth.
attractions.
Do you miss Bert the Conqueror?
Miss those teeth. Jesus, no, I do not miss Bert the Conqueror in all. I want to thank the woman at Scripps that fired me. Shout out to Courtney White.
Shout out
Courtney
Courtney
White. I owe you a bottle of Dom. You changed my life forever. Heads up, I'll be doing the arena in Knoxville next time through. Courtney, I got you and your whole company taken care of. God, that woman changed. You know, bad things happen and you think they're bad, and then they're good, and you're like this girl gave me the clap in college, and little did I know, had I stayed with her, I wouldn't be here.
That's true. Yeah, right.
Getting chlamydia is the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
You know, as Steve Jobs says, you know, you can't connect the dots looking forward, only looking back, you know? You can't connect the dots looking forward, only looking back, you know?
I bet Steve Jobs and I probably wouldn't get along.
I think you would.
I bet he'd be like, are you having another one? Am I sweating through my shirt yet? Yep, I was.
Oh, yeah, actually there is.
Yeah, oh God. This shirt's coming off.
Was the shirt coming off, though? That had to be a foregone conclusion, right?
No.
Impulse?
No, it just happened here. He's like, you're taking your shirt off? And I go, I don't know. Because they want to mic you differently. And I go, don't worry, I'll figure it out. The best is I pitched a TV show one time when we sold it in the room. And I walked out and I took my shirt off. As soon as I walked out of the room, I took my shirt off. And the guy we sold it at walked out and he goes, it's real! It's real! Yeah, I take my shirt off all the fucking time. My kids hate it. It just comes off. I'm from Florida. That's what you do when you celebrate. You take your shirt off.
Tarps off.
One of my favorite pictures, and Rogan has it up in the studio. The moment marijuana was legalized in LA, it was me, Stanhope, Rogan, I think maybe Bert. We were all on stage at the store. I ripped my shirt off and I'm swinging around my head and they're lighting a joint. It's a beautiful picture.
When you're Bert, the party guy, and you go out on a Friday or Saturday night, what's the worst thing about having to try to uphold that kind of
Good question. Shots. Don't do shots anymore.
But you know what? I kind of relate to the question because it's like, you know, you're like the party guy, but I'm like the hot ones guy. You know what I mean? Like the way this show travels makes me, I think, more recognizable than my profile, if that makes sense. Like, I think people see the clips or whatever and they're like, oh, that's that guy. You know, like if I go to a restaurant, like the kitchen will bring out, oh, like here are the wings or whatever. So I think like I almost have like the comedian who does the set with the beer in his hand thing.
Yeah.
Like I almost have that like kind of party guy reputation, but it's like a different frequency wavelength.
Yeah. I wish I was known as the chocolate blowjob guy.
Yeah, right.
And then they were like, oh, you like chocolate and getting your dick sucked? And I was like, yeah, wow.
When people travel, they always say, I want the local experience. And you really took that to the next level when you became a de facto member of the mafia on a class trip to Russia.
I loved the angles you took on the questions, too.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Because you didn't take a traditional radio interview angle. You would say, I'm not going to have you tell the thing. You would do that. It's a really cool interview technique. I remember I did an interview, Sean, the other day. And the guy goes, so Bert, if someone shows up at one of your shows this weekend and doesn't know what to expect, tell them what they can expect. I go, it's an arena. Very few people stumble up to an arena and go, what's happening tonight? And then go, oh, I'll pay $750 tickets for, yeah, I'd love to sit in the front row. What is it? No one does that. And so I was like, this guy's not paying attention.
Right.
But you did these things. I know about the Rolling Stone, I know about this. I'm not going to ask you that.
Right.
What's this? Dude, it gives me chill bumps.
Thanks.
I remember, maybe you see it in my eyes, but I went, oh, he didn't make me do the thing I'm supposed to do.
Well, because I mean, that's what you try to avoid. Like as a talk show host, you'd ask a question and be like, I don't want you to do the thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't want you to do the thing. So I'm gonna ask this question to get you off the thing, and then to just think about this thing that I want you to think about.
That's great.
Thank you.
I want to know about a story of you traveling abroad that sort of goes under the radar.
Flying dildos.
Flying dildos. I like where this is going.
I went back to this place, by the way. Anyone listening right now would never believe what I'm about to say. So we go back to this place that does flying dildos. And then she puts the steel dildo in her vagina and she shoots it across the room. And Kevin Conley from Entourage, grabs it out of the air, out of nowhere. We don't know that he's there. He grabs it and goes, I got the dildo. And we're like, Kevin Conley's here? Shoves it, he's like, boys, who needs a drink? And we're like, we ended up partying with Kevin Conley. Oh, fuck that.
You know, the other thing that I think is like so funny watching these episodes is how close we are. You know, like during the pandemic or whatever, every studio is like, you have to film 6 feet apart in order to use the space. But I found that I love the two tables.
And then you do Rogan's and you get high as shit and you're like, how far are we away?
Yeah, that's an interesting table that he's got. I can't tell if that's the biggest table ever.
We got it because of Mike Tyson. I think he ate mushrooms and got high with Mike Tyson, and he realized, oh, he could hit me from here. Like Rogan's weird like that. Like he always, because
He's like-
I'm that guy.
Well, that's good too. And for me, like if somebody gets angry eating to bomb beyond insanity, I got a little distance. I got a little distance to react.
Yeah. You need a table to push at them.
Yeah, right. Flip.
Or like a child.
So I want to talk about the Bertcast and podcasting in general.
How would you answer that question now?
Podcasting changed the fucking
Yeah.
game. We realized we needed each other to succeed. A lot of times you'd see people come up in the game, young kids, and the older guys would be like, all right, man, earn your stripes. Now you go, Tim Dillon, please get on my podcast.
Right,
Stefano,
right,
please.
right.
Honest Papas, Andrew Schultz. You guys are all murderers, and you will help me blow up.
I agree with that. And
I was still doing television.
yeah, deep cable.
I've been doing television for 7 years. We got this.
You look great.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, because you're in that whole thing with Tom.
It's a fat shame. By the way, Tom was 290 at this time.
But he looks great now.
Yeah, Ozempic kills it.
I can feel it. I can just feel it. I feel it in the back of my throat. Just, do you feel it?
Oh no.
It's like, do you feel it?
I remember
Do you
these.
feel it? Where did you put yours? Did it go down
Let it
your
happen.
throat?
Let it happen.
Throat's the thing that's making it.
I almost secondhand puked, I think.
I have a weird gag reflex.
Oh, I think that might be a rental.
I think that might be a rental. R.I.P. to those rentals.
You made it through, and you know what that means.
What's that?
30-second plug. We
30
really
second.
Yeah, oh yeah!
mile for you because you went the extra mile for us. Bert.
My Showtime special airs in October,
Oh, shit.
November of this year. It's called The Machine.
Oh my god, it bombed.
Follow me on YouTube. Holy shit.
Oh my god, this is right before my mental breakdown.
Oh, it is?
Are you shitting me?
They're taking you back to this time in your life?
Oh my god. I was about to get fired from Travel Channel. I didn't know it. My wife was demolitioning my house. She wanted me to get a vasectomy. I found out Tom was making 10 times more money than I was on the road. I got all my dates pulled away. That's right then. And then I literally had a meltdown where I went, shit. And I reassessed everything in my life. I reassessed everything.
Wow.
Oh my god.
A revelation.
Oh my god, this is the moment. This is when I changed my life. Oh shit. I'm promoting a special that bombed. It bombed so bad. Shut the fuck up, Sean. I mean, this is. Wow, that is crazy. I didn't realize that's exactly when that was. That was at the moment that I changed my life. It's the reason I'm here today. Is that right there? Is I started listening to my gut and going, fuck, I'm doing whatever I want. I'm gonna start working on Instagram. I'm gonna edit videos. I'm gonna focus on my podcast. I just get fired. Right after that, I just got fired. Dude, I was at the bottom. I was begging for a job that didn't want me at Travel Channel. They did not want me. My podcast was doing nothing. I had no money coming in for podcasting. I wasn't selling tickets on the road. Tom was blowing up. And I was watching all of this, rooting for him, going, what about, what's gonna happen to me?
Right.
If you had said to me that day, 6 years from now, you're gonna be promoting a major motion picture, I would never in a million fucking years believe that.
Buddy. Look at you now, though, doggy. Look at you now.
Dude, thank you, man. Thank you
at
for
you now,
being a
doggy.
friend and fucking just thank you.
And look at now. We're gonna watch the trailer for your movie. You had that special, The Machine, but look at this. This ain't the special. This is a feature film. Congratulations, buddy. I'm proud of you.
I know you mean that. Thank you.
I know.
Thank you very much.
7 years ago, one incredible story blew up the internet.
When I was 22, I got involved with the Russian mafia. I was a frat boy on a
So
class
Jimmy, I
trip.
love.
He's the best.
Did you meet with him? How did he figure
Leanne liked
you
him.
out?
Leanne liked him.
Leanne liked him.
Yeah, Leanne loved him. She saw him in a movie called The Guest Book and was like, that's the guy. He had a joke where he said he was homeless and he was living in a van, and this other guy became homeless. And Jimmy goes, you can move into my van with me. And the guy goes, I don't know, isn't that a little close? And Jimmy goes, no, you have total privacy. I have no periphery vision. And we both laughed hysterically the way he delivered it. And she goes, that's you. And we knew we were making the movie. She goes, that's you. And we fought to get him. We really fought to get him. And he did it. And I love that guy.
Being trained in
Russia for the millionth time. It's a true story.
Mark Hamill, I was excited to see in this.
Yeah, he's great. He's my dad. People go, how did you know he was my dad? We worked with him yesterday, and as soon as second he walked in, and he goes, see, you're taking your shirt off still, huh? And I was like, well, that's my dad. Irina Babic doesn't know anything about Star Wars. You know, good story. First day we go to have dinner with Mark, and she goes, hey, please don't bring up Star Wars, okay? I said, why? She goes, I don't know the Star Wars thing. It's not big in Croatia, so don't bring it up, I don't know about it. And I said, sure. She says, no, Mark. I go, Mark, Ian is a huge Star Wars fan. And I said, who's your favorite character? And you can't say Mark. And she goes, probably Chewbacca? And I go, do your best impression of Chewbacca. She does a great Chewbacca. Do Chewbacca. And she goes, nah, hello, I am Chewbacca. It's good to see you, Mark Hamill. Dad, why are you talking all fast like you're on speed or something?
Because I'm on speed. Oh, more drugs.
Kind of physical.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Did you look at you?
I really broke my hand there.
I was gonna say, doing your own stunts out here?
I did the majority of all my stunts. I did all the fight scenes. I did a lot of the fall scenes, and I blew out all my tendons in my elbow. And I had a moment where I was like, all right, so what do I do? Do I shut down production, go home and get surgery, or do I just give my left arm to this movie?
Play hurt.
I said, yo, you play hurt. And I went, and I couldn't stop a punch from my left hand, so I just punched everyone. And I'm such a bad actor, they had to edit it out. I made the noises for when I punched people.
You went, The movie looks great. I can't wait to see it. A question I do have, though, you know, when you have a bit like The Machine, you've been doing it for years and years and years, you work it out to the point where maybe there's not even like a single extraneous word. Did that make it more or less challenging to then extend that out into a full-length feature film?
No, not at all, because there was so much of this story that I didn't tell. On stage, there's so much, when you skinny it up, and there's a lot you're leaving out, a lot of meat, a lot of true things. You'd sit in the tent and you'd be in production, and you'd meet Igor for the first time, and a great actor, a guy named Marco. The way he was doing Igor was very like scary, and I go, Igor was like playful. Real Igor was like, was funny. He was a funny guy. And then I said to him, can you do like a little bit of like, when you do this, then in the middle go like scare a child, like a ooh, and then go back to strong. And he goes, oh yeah, and he did his verse. It's awesome. So it was so cool to be enmeshed in something that really happened, because you could fill it in. I had so many more colors to add to the story.
Yeah, and you can kind of relive it a little bit too.
There was a moment, this is as stupid as I am, there's a moment in this when Jimmy Tatro says, hi, my name's Bert, I don't go to class much. And that's something I said a lot in college, obviously. This is how dumb I am. I started crying in the tent because I go, I didn't go to class much. My name was Bert. And they were like, geez, pull it together. And I was like, this is my life. And they're like, it could have been on like a better moment. But yeah, and then what's even crazier is the whole story of me and my daughter is kind of parallels what happened with me and my daughter as my daughter got older and wanted her independence. And I was this helicopter parent and didn't want to give it to her. And it mirrored all of that. And my daughter helped pick Jess Gabor, who plays my daughter. And they were friends, and they are still friends, and they text back and forth. And Leanne picked my wife. I spent probably 20 nights in a row with Jimmy Tatro at my house drinking red wine, listening to the Migos. I mean, the people on this movie I enmeshed with, I feel like they're family. If there is a heaven, I'm making Machine movies for the rest of my life. That movie specifically was the funnest time I've ever had on any project ever in my life.
I love that. Well, you know, this has been a nice walk down memory lane. Love that we get to share this moment together watching your new trailer, but when you see me, you can't get out of it without a Deathwing.
Yeah, you gotta pay the toll.
You gotta pay the Hot Ones toll.
Listen, do you think anyone wants to sit and watch me be interviewed? No. They're like, go, bro, take the shirt off, eat the fucking wing.
Do the thing.
Do the thing
do
you do.
The thing.
Do the dance. Do the dance.
Do the thing. All right, let's bring in the wings.
I had a jar of yogurt, so I should be fine. Buddy, it has been such a great journey.
It has been.
To have you as a friend and a coworker and a colleague.
You survived a lot of shit to get here. To the machine.
To the machine, Sean.
To the machine. All right, so new segment we're calling the Hot Ones elevator pitch. Once that seeps in, find any camera and tell the people out there while your brain and tongue marinate in Apollo why they should see the machine.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, take your time. I understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wing is down. I'm gonna bask in this heat.
Whoa!
It came off. It's stuck on. Holy crap. This is my body of work. This is my life's work. It's my story. It's my one story. It's my stairway to heaven. Support it for two reasons. Number one, I'm a good guy. That's number one. Number two, if this movie does well, we're bringing back comedies. Every studio start making comedies. Your favorite comics are making comedies. This movie is fucking good. I gave my left arm for it. Look, it's a little smaller than the right. You can tell, right? Let this be your next action hero. We don't need Tom Cruise. We don't need Brad Pitt. Let this be body positivity, inclusion. That's what America's about right now. Mother of God, it's in my throat. We're doing a special in theater event. We're doing a special in a theater event. I can't even feel my throat. May 25th, Memorial Day weekend. In theaters from the red carpet in Hollywood. We're streaming live. Sean will be there. I can guarantee it. We're gonna have hot wings. We're gonna have tits out, shirts off, beers, cold beers. Don't be drugs. Joey Diaz will be there. I can't guarantee Rogan. But Tom will be there, and we're gonna turn it into waste management. It's gonna be a fucking blast. My movie, The Machine, is in theaters only Memorial Day weekend. I am a good person.
Bert, thank you so much for joining us on Hot Ones Classics.
This one's so much hotter than I've ever fucking had.
I know. If there's anyone else you'd like to see on the show, please let us know in the comments.
Charlize Theron.
Can't wait to see the film.
Paul Rudd.
The Machine, baby, The Machine.
The Machine. Support me. God bless America.
Go visit themachine.movie for more information. The movie comes out May 26th, exclusively in theaters. We'll see you there.
I would suck a dick if it would make it go away right now.